The Boston Celtics pull away multiple times in Game 7 to officially secure a spot in the NBA Finals. The Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown duo have made the NBA Finals. It's really great to see two young guys, explosive wings that contribute the most to their teams. And obviously, I have to give credit to everybody else, but they are the superstars of the team. And it's really cool to see because, during the beginning of the season, we saw a lot of doubt with the Celtics. I mean, rightfully so. They were the 11th seed a few months ago. The Celtics have been through a lot. And for the most part, I would say the team has been through a lot of drama in the last few years, and just congratulations to the Celtics for making the finals. They've been through so much adversity, so much drama. It's been a lot for them, and congratulations to them for making the NBA Finals. I also have to give credit to the Miami Heat. Well, mainly Jimmy Butler, but the Miami Heat. In different games, certain players stood out for what they did, but it wasn't enough. I don't want to discredit them. They did have an easier path compared to the Celtics. That's why I congratulate the Celtics a little bit more. But the Heat fought hard, and they were meant to be there. They fought hard. They played amazing defense, but the Celtics showed why they were a better team overall. What I noticed early on is that the Celtics were playing a different style of defense. In their previous games, they've been very lackluster against Jimmy Butler and even guys like Bam Adebayo, letting them take shots, letting them get to the rim a little bit, letting them get to the free throw line, and they were trying to get the ball back on the offensive side as fast as possible. In this game, the Boston Celtics were pressing Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. They were pressing mainly those two, but they were really good in everybody's face. And even though Jimmy had 35 and Bam had 25, you could definitely tell the Celtics were playing a lot harder defense, forcing turnovers, just getting in their face, annoying them. It's also different to see because, as I mentioned in previous videos, Robert Williams, in my opinion, is the X factor for the Boston Celtics. In this game, he only played 15 minutes, and in those 15 minutes, he was a +5, but when you were watching the game, he was very passive-aggressive. And what I love about Ime Udoka is that he's very good at understanding lineups and who to put at the right moment. He does this a lot with Payton Pritchard. I feel like he puts Payton Pritchard in for like 2 to 5 minutes to see if he can provide a spark plug, and if he can't, he'll just take him out immediately. Celtics early on were getting everything. They scored 32 points to Miami's 17 in the first quarter. The thing in the first quarter was that Boston was getting everything in transition. Miami played horrible transition defense. And what I really liked from Boston is that they were able to move the ball. What Ime Udoka has emphasized all season is ball movement. And that's a big reason on why they've played so much better in the second half of the season, because it's no longer isolation, it's ball movement. I also want to mention Jason Tatum, and not only his scoring aspect, but his ability to be a playmaker. He has improved so much as a playmaker. When you watch the game, he's understanding defense. He's reading defense like a quarterback. He's finding the right guys. He's getting his teammates wide open shots. It's really great to see how much he's grown from his rookie year to now, because he's just changed so much as a player. Overall, I felt like the Celtics were a lot more disciplined defensively. They were moving the ball very fast, and they were going on a lot of runs. And that goes the same for the Heat. The only issue I have with the Celtics is that Marcus Smart, I like Marcus Smart. I think he's a very underrated player. He's very good at getting into people's head. He's a good defender, and he's improved offensively a lot. It's just I have an issue with him chucking up a lot of shots and taking the most highly contested shot possible. I understand that he is technically the third option on the team, but he can take a lot of better shots and smarter shots, but sometimes he just takes the most contested shots ever, and he tries to play hero ball, and I don't like the fact that he's gambling on that. I feel like that will be an issue when they face the Golden State Warriors. Now, when it comes to the Miami Heat, the main issue I have with them is that they have way too many one-way players on their team. Now, I know it's very hard to find great two-way players, but if you want to make the NBA Finals, you're going to need a bunch of guys that can both consistently play offense and defense. I feel as though they don't have enough of that. Guys like Max Strus, Tyler Hero, and Duncan Robinson are all labeled as shooters, but they are also all defensive liabilities. When you watch the game, the Celtics, anytime Max Strus was on Tatum or Brown, they purposely attacked that mismatch. They knew that he wasn't a great defender. And Tyler Hero only played 7 minutes, and there's a reason why his minutes keep getting cut, because he absolutely gets destroyed on defense. And you have to remember, these guys are labeled as shooters. And there's a reason why guys like Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson are the best shooters in the world, because they barely get in shooting slumps. Tyler Hero, Max Strus, Duncan Robinson, they're still pretty good role players, but they're not going to give you a lot. I mean, what I mean by that is that shooters will get in slumps. The best shooters in the world don't get as in many slumps, but they will get in slumps. And if they're defensive liabilities, they can't play that many minutes. You also have someone like PJ Tucker, who only played 17 minutes. As much as a great defender he is, he's an offensive liability. He doesn't take that many shots, and he hesitates a lot when sometimes he'll be wide open and he'll hesitate to pass the ball. I know he's an enforcer, he's a great leader, but he's not a good offensive player like he once was. And that's one of the bigger reasons I didn't have the Heat going to the finals, is because they have too many guys who can't consistently play offense and defense. Now, I really liked what I saw from Bam. I think he did what he could. He was very aggressive. He had 25 points and 11 rebounds. He was very good on the glass. Lowry and Strus, I think Lowry played the best of his ability with his injury. I think he did what he could, being a playmaker. He also rebounded a lot. Max Strus, he is technically their best shooter right now, so I'm not mad that he took those really contested shots. They only had a few seconds left. Now, let's get into Jimmy Butler. This man played all 48 minutes, and his teammates could barely hit an outside shot. Now, him taking that last three-pointer to try to take the lead, I don't think it was the best shot, but in the moment, he was playing really good, and his team was going on like an 11-0 run, and they were really coming back. I'm not mad that he took that shot. It's just he probably could have taken a better shot against Al Horford. Al Horford was backpedaling, and that's not to say Al Horford isn't a bad defender, but Al Horford understood his assignment, that Jimmy Butler is an amazing shooter. So he took that chance that Jimmy would miss the shot, and he did. Jimmy Butler, in my eyes, deserves all the flowers. He played his heart out every single game, playing through injury. He averaged like almost 30 points per game on efficient shooting throughout the entire playoffs. He's a great player. He's a very good leader. And, you feel for him, because he's been through so much, and all he ever wanted to do was win. But congratulations to the Boston Celtics for making the NBA Finals since 2010. They've grown so much as a team. So many people wanting to trade Jaylen Brown, wanting to trade Jason Tatum. They've been through so much drama, and it's great to see a young team like that in the NBA Finals. We'll see who are the champions.